So whenever I see a post of a gringo having surgery, they are almost always asking for donations of a specific blood type. Because blood isn't stocked the same way here. There are no blood drives. I've never seen a blood drive. I don't know what the Red Cross does here.
Well, how do they have blood if they're not doing blood drives? Huh.
And I don't know how much blood I needed, but nobody made me ask for any.
Yeah?
No, I was awake. I had a slight cough, so they wouldn't put me under. They gave me an injection in my spine, and I had to listen to the power tools and stuff. It was not a fun experience. So that's just a bridge to cross the street.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah.
Something that was robbed of more than half the budget that no one probably ever uses because why, how, where?
Yeah, I know it. Or the only people that do use it are probably like tourists that just want to experience it because it's interesting.
Right.
It's different. But like if you're like needing to get across, it's so much faster to just use a crosswalk.
Yep.
10 times faster to use a crosswalk. What the hell is that sound?
It's somebody yelling dolly, 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 but it's carrying weird. They're down on the ground, but I don't know where they are or what they're doing.
It's really carrying. Huh. So you were saying that
in a chair. This is a wild ride in this chair.
So you were saying that the three big cities in Ecuador got money, and this was
this, and then a subway in the north, and the tram down through the center.
And I'll be doing that tram.
Yes.
I don't think I'll be going to Quito on this trip.
Not on this trip. Well, you're here a while. I mean, you never know if you'll get bored in Cuenca or not. Personally, it's not my favorite place, but everybody has their own jam.
I think for me, it's more just a matter of do I have the funds to also do that as well.
Correct. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So are you full, 12 years from retirement age?
I don't know. Like the tiny home thing has the ability to make me a ton of money. So if I can retire in 5 years, I'm definitely retiring in 5 years. I don't want to be fucking like old and decrepit.
And broke.
Well, I just don't want to be old and decrepit and retiring, right?
Right.
I'd rather
I understand that.
I want to retire while I'm still young-ish.
Well, learn enough to do something with the time you've got.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
That's why you're in an elevator or a sky ride with me in a wheelchair, because I'm not dying. I'm not giving up. This isn't stopping or slowing me down.
Yep.
All right, it's slowing me down. I just hate to admit it. What it is it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Like later on, please forgive me for when I start getting bitchy from overtired and overstimulated.
Yeah.
It will happen. It's autism.
Yeah.
My voice will get a little snappy. It has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
But the number one thing that the boyfriend stresses over is suddenly my face isn't happy and pretty. It's stressed and tired, and he takes it as some kind of, oh, I need to leave. You're hating on me. Okay, whatever. Bye. There's that breeze.
Well, I'm definitely the type that can't handle too much, people time.
Fair.
I'm very much I'm not a recluse, but I'm definitely
you're like your alone time.
I need my alone time.
Which is
Big
why
time.
the music thing doesn't work so well out of the car. But anytime you need me to be quiet, please now listen, because I know me and I know what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
It is not an offense to me when someone says, "Can I have 10 minutes break?"
Yeah.
It really isn't.
Yeah.
And because my job's tourism, I'm literally paid to talk.
Yeah. Totally. So how long ago was this made, Caribbean?
This is only about 5 years old.
Really?
I think they finished it in the time I lived here. I don't think it was operating the first year.
Oh, wow.
The tram the subway was being put in when we visited in 2017 for the first time. So I'm guessing all 3 projects are probably in. There's a mango tree right there just loaded with fruit. There are almost 60 varieties of mangoes in Ecuador.
All right, let's go up there and pick all those mangoes.
My favorite ones are about the size of a peach, and they're almost all pit, but their flavor is just awesome.
Nice. And you can buy those at the store?
We can buy them at the store, but we'll be happier if we buy them in the street.
Well, yeah.
Because that's somebody who picked them and went out to make a few bucks today.
Yeah, definitely. No, I would much rather buy it from that.
I have young visitors. They're broke, young kids. He's a musician, and the only one who earns any money being a musician, right?
Yeah.
And they came to visit me, but there's mango trees at the house. So they came with a bag full of mangoes, and for 4 days I had breakfast on them. So there's the masking back.
Yeah. And there's a dinosaur
And the
further along.
lighthouse. And again, it's more the illusion, though it's there, not quite. I'm glad to see them coming down. They were very disturbing to me as a whole.
Yeah.
One of them wouldn't have bothered me, but there was a message.
Yeah.
So this building here, and I know you're not interested, but this is the artisanal market. If you were just a tourism for the day or the weekend, I would bring you in there to pick up a tourism shit or 2 to take home. Because that market sort of has a little bit of stuff from all over Ecuador, not just this region. This is one of my favorite parts of my city tour because it's like not a lot of effort, it's beautiful, it's comfortable, and there's a lot to see. So that's Santana Hill being represented. There's the lighthouse at the top. But even then, there's a character in the middle that looks like a Keebler elf. Do you see him?
Oh, yeah.
He's basically Ecuador's Joe the Plumber.
Oh, really?
Okay, his name is San Pablo, I think. Anyway, even he's being forced to.
Yeah. Jesus.
Indigenous, mask up.
Oh, that was what I thought was a dinosaur from way back there, but it's not a dinosaur. All right.
And then there's actual militant messaging.
Yeah.
Like mask up or else.
Yeah. Or we'll come get you.
Well, no, dude, you have no idea. You have no idea some of the shit this rebellious crazy bitch did.
Yeah.
I would do this. And then the second I was in the mall, pull it down, flip them off, and walk.
Oh, yeah?
Because I knew from day one, this is useless, this does nothing.
Yep.
I had some custom made with like this plaid fabric because I literally poked it full of holes, but you couldn't see them because of the design. So I had a mask that looked like a mask but did absolutely nothing. It was just air holes. I figure I'll feel safe on this for maybe another 2-3 years, and then I'll start thinking Ecuador quality labor, and I won't trust it anymore. I know from experience it doesn't seem to matter the career or the level. And FYI, you should know that I make more per day than lawyers and doctors driving.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. My lawyer used to charge me $50 to drive from Guayaquil to the coast, lawyer, and then drive back. I charge $100 to drive you to the coast, drop you off, and go home. No lawyering necessary.
Yeah.
That says a lot about career choices in Ecuador, doesn't it?
Wow.
I met an ER doctor. She made $50 a day. Okay,
that is insane.
It is insane. But it also tells you why they don't give a shit about their job very much, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And by the way, that's only double minimum wage.
Really?
I said $4.50 a month works out to $25 a day.
Holy mackerel.
Which means that if you needed help around your house or errands running,
that
shouldn't cost you more than $25. All right.
Nice dude.
So there are thousands of islands in this river.
Thousands.
That are, yes, thousands. That are, the river's very long.
Yeah.
This is the
And it's
coast.
also awfully wide.
Right. The coast is that way.
Yeah.
So when the tide is low, and it is right now, look here behind you. Look at the high water mark on the building. And the bottom of that deck is completely underwater when high tide is in.
Huh.
Now, it's not underwater, but the under of it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't see underneath.
Correct. And the reason this is so brown is you're literally on the sandbar now. We're almost completely empty of water.
Yeah, there's probably no beaches along here, eh?
No,
I can't imagine.
no, not on the river. Plus, the river's really dangerous because it's not a normal river that flows at the same speed in the same direction all the time.
Yeah.
And because of the constant changing, someone told me that it's full of whirlpools. Most of the boats that traverse through here are hand-carved canoes. And they may or may not have a little motor on the back, but it's a very dangerous life. Many of the people who live on these islands are among the poorest of Ecuador. Many of them are working as slaves for shrimp industries.
Oh my God.
It's incredible, some of the stuff I've seen and learned living here. Because I live here, I don't just come here and be. I like to know stuff. I like to find out stuff. I like to be the expert on things. If I don't know how to get it now, I'll know by next week because you want it and I'll find it.
Yeah.
And so I found a little church here, and we once went on a mission day. I had no idea where we were going. I don't understand Spanish. But we got in a little motorized canoe, spent about 40 minutes going up the river, ended up on an island for 6 hours. Brought chickens and rice, and like the townswomen all, it took them 6 hours to cook chicken and rice. I can do it in 1.5, but all right, whatever. But they cooked for like the whole community, and the church was focused on a kids event, so there were like 250 children, and it was a really interesting day. I've had European volunteers come here to do some kind of agricultural study and leave with their tails between their legs because of the death threats, because they got too close to slavery with a flashlight. Yep.
Jeez.
You see somebody begging in the street carrying a toddler or a baby sleeping, it's probably not theirs and it's probably drugged. It's a manipulation move. Babies are easy to beg with. I wish I was
The
kidding.
baby's drugged?
Because a screaming baby isn't going to get you any money. Yeah,
Are you like for real, serious,
100%? 100% telling you the truth. Nothing that comes out of my mouth is bullshit, ever.
But that sounds too
Doesn't
crazy to be true.
Doesn't it? But how hard is it when you're a